Okay, so let's look at the actual, how we would do factorial recursively. Well, I'm going to use functions for this, so I'm going to define factorial, and into factorial I'm going to be giving it the n number. Let's just call it number. Why don't we call it n? Alright, now what I want to say is that if the number is equal to 1 probably, but let's just say is less than or equal to 1. I don't know why, I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. Then I'm going to return 1. Else, I'm going to return the number multiplied by the factorial of the number minus 1. Okay, so, and this is the crucial thing about recursion, is that this function is going to call itself. Think of it as like, have you ever looked in a mirror and you have a mirror behind you? Mirror of a mirror. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so hopefully you've all done this at some point in your lives where you, there you go. You end up looking at a mirror of a mirror of a mirror of a... So that's basically what recursion is in a visual idea. You're just, it's all going down the way, and it's not until you get to the end that something must happen, and then that information gets fed back. That might be that the pixels are too small for us to see, and then it comes back to our brain. I'm probably confusing people with that, but still. Anyway, so that's my factorial. So then, I could do it as, let's say, number, this is my main program here. Always define your main program as main, just for clarity. Number equals int input enter the number to find the factorial of. Okay, and close the other brackets. Shiny. And then I'm going to call factorial. And I'm going to be number. So whatever number I put in here, let's say 6, we'll go, number here will become 6. Is the number less than 1? Less than or equal to 1? Nope. Then I'm going to return 6 times factorial 5. Factorial 5 isn't 1? Nope. Then return 5 times factorial 4. All the way down until eventually it's going to be 2 times factorial 1. Now factorial 1 will give us a 1. And then it's going to be 2 times 1, pass back up, 3 times that, and so on all the way back, as we've seen in the theory part. Fingers crossed. Enter the number 5. Oops, it helps if I print the result, because I'm a moron. So let's print the factorial of that. There we go. See, teacher. 120. I wonder, is that what I said before when I did the other one? Can't remember. Yay, 120. Yay, okay. Cool. So that's how we would do the factorial of a number. Now, just to be clear, as far as I'm aware, now again, I'm no massive genius programmer or anything, but anything you can do with factorial, anything you can do with recursion, you should be able to do with iteration and vice versa. So what if we were to try and do that as, can't type, there we go, iteration. I'm probably spelling that wrong, but still go with it. Okay, so what if I was to do that? Well, okay, let's just do it as a whole new thing, actually. I'll leave that one up. Iteration. I feel the need to check the spelling of things. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to do iteration. And it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to have my function. So I'm going to have def factorial. And it's going to be number. Now, let's say it's going to be 3 times 2 times 1, blah, 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 blah. So all I really have to do is start multiplying the total by itself. So I can do, let's say, the number, with the numbers coming in, so we've already got the number, and then I can do while the number is greater than 0. Now at the end of the loop, I'm going to do number equals number minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to keep going and subtract 1 from the number, so it's going to be 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. I'm going to say total at the start is going to equal 1. And in here, I'm going to say total equals the total multiplied by the number. Okay, so let's say it's going to be 5. So 5 times 1, and then next time it's going to be, it's 5. 5 times 4, then 5 times 3, 5 times 2. Just going through that loop basically till I get to the end, and then I'm going to print it out. So if I call factorial 5, and then I print that result, fingers crossed, factorial iterative. Okay, so fingers crossed. None? Why none? Oh, I forgot to return. Stupid teacher. And then I'm going to return the total. Let's try again. 120. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to get the same thing doing it with iteration as I am with doing the recursion. So these are effectively equal. Is there any advantage to doing it one way rather than the other? Not particularly. It just seems to be a matter of taste. Sometimes I find recursion easier to understand. I think it's hard to get initially, but I think it's quite good, especially when you're working with trees and stuff, to work down the next element of the tree. And so there are, at least I find it clearer in some cases to work with it that way. All right, thank you.